Hi, Molly. Molly, look at Dad. Mau, come here. This is our little chihuahua named Molly. We love her so much. She's sitting in the room here with me, just kind of biding her time while I do this record, kind of miscellaneous record review that I got here. I'll go through fairly quickly. This right here, it involves probably pretty much a bunch of different artists. I have Elvis in here too, but what I got here is like one of my favorite albums of all time. I don't know how many copies I have of this record, but included is From Elvis with Memphis. This is the master recording of it on 2 discs, 45 RPM speed, and it also supposedly includes Suspicious Minds. So I jumped at this one to pick this up. I mean, this is the first Elvis album I ever got when I was a kid after watching the 1968, late 68, early 69 Singer TV special where I became an instant Elvis fan. So I haven't opened this up yet. I don't know if I'm gonna, but I had to have it. So there it is. It's a nice little box. The next one I got here is a record I picked up when I was in Hamburg, Germany. There's not a lot of Elvis to find overseas. When I was in Austria, Germany, and in Italy, I only saw a couple Elvis records, LPs. I didn't see any 45. So I picked this one up. I think this is the German pressing of the Pure Gold RCA disc that came out in the States. This is on a Blue Camden label, and I'll show you the back of it here. Kind of a miscellaneous deal, but you can see the tracks that are on it. But I was really happy to get that one. And then this next one is a friend of mine in Germany, one of my really good friends, born on the same day I was, but a year earlier. He picked this one up for me. This is on a Blue Camden label also. Let's be friends. This is his German pressing. I think I already have a copy of this, but I'm going to check and see if this is a nicer looking disc. So we'll see. And then I did a record store day update from 2023. I forgot to include this one in there. Billy Joel live at Great American Music Hall 1975. So pretty cool little record. A live concert he put out. I know he put one out the time before, and I picked that one up, and I love Billy Joel. This is Gilbert O'Sullivan, Life and Rhymes. This was a promo disc that I picked up in Savannah, Georgia, when I was down there about maybe 3 months ago. So I love Gilbert O'Sullivan, especially his real early stuff. Now here's some exclusive Walmart Queen records. This is on Tangerine vinyl. This is my favorite Queen album, with Somebody to Love and Tie Your Mother Down on it. 2 of my favorite songs by them. Just a solid record. So I picked this one up, played it. It sounded great. Sounds great. This is another album I picked up in Austria, I think. It's a UK pressing of a single man, Elton John. You might wonder, why did you pick this up in Austria? Well, I have an American copy of this, and every time I try to find this in decent shape, it's always scratched up, and the copy I have was a used copy that's not in great shape. This is looks mint, not a scratch on it, probably hardly ever played. But it's got Part-Time Love on it. That's a great song. This is an album by Traffic, John Barleycorn Must Die. I'm trying to complete the Traffic collection, and this is one of the ones that I needed. This is actually a reissue. It's not one of the originals. The originals have kind of a funny texture to the cover. This is the Monkees Instant Replay, and I found this, believe it or not, in Grand Forks, North Dakota, the last time I was there, about maybe a month and a half ago. And it's on, I think it's a orange RCA label. But yeah, this is German, and probably somebody from the airbase there's an airbase in Grand Forks, came back from Germany and had this record and sold it. So it was at a used record store. I think I got it for $5. Now here's one. I love Bruce Springsteen, and this album right here is just a fantastic record. I saw him in concert recently, and this is just a bunch of old rhythm, old soul soul songs, covers. And I think there's maybe one or two originals on there, but man, let me tell you, he's got a great voice still, and this album is really a strong record. Hopefully, this is called Covers Volume 1, so hopefully he does a Volume 2. Really good stuff. Of course, Harry Nilsson, this is one of the earlier albums. I picked this up maybe 5 months ago. So this is on RCA, and one of the Harry Nilsson albums I needed for my collection. As you can see, it's got some pretty good stuff on it, the Puppy Song. But yeah, Harry Nilsson, such a sweet voice until he started smoking and drinking a lot and destroyed it. This is Len Barry with the great song 1, 2, 3. Not much else on the album, but that song right there was only like $3, so I figured what the heck, I'd pick it up. Looked like it never been played. So here you see the back of it. Alright, so this is Pink Floyd, Live at Wembley 74. Kind of a Dark Side of the Moon show. I picked this up at Walmart. I love the Pink Floyd, so I saw this. It's got a poster and stuff in it, like a booklet. Well worth it for the price of $34, and it sounds great. So really enjoyed this one. Here's another album I picked up for $5, an original, Roy Orbison, In Dreams, on Monument Records. Gotta love the Big O. The Big O, yeah, you gotta love him. Now, this one's an interesting one. When I went to see Springsteen in Minneapolis, or St. Paul at the XL, we stopped at a couple record stores, stopped at this one record store that was there. I think we went to 3 of them. I forget that, Roadrunner, I think it was called. But this is so unique, this album. Hendrix actually plays guitar on this record with Little Richard, and how can you go wrong with Little Richard? You know, you got Short Fat Fanny. Every song on here is a good rocker. Blueberry Hill, and it's on VJ. So I thought, geez, man, VJ Records in beautiful shape. I wonder what the label looks like, you know. So when I opened it up, it looked like it had never been played before, and it was VJ white label promo for, I think it was like $5. So how can you resist that? You know, they just really mispriced some of these records. And then, of course, Tom Jones. I like Tom Jones. This is a good one. It's hard to find these in any decent kind of shape, but picked this up. And I don't know. There's a couple good songs on there. I like them. There's no ring wear on the album. Why not, right? If you like Tom Jones, he's got a great voice. And who can forget Victor Bueno? He was the guy that played King Tut on Batman, and I think he was in the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, or Hush Hush Sweet Charlie. He played kind of a bit role in that. But he just got his own record here called Heavy. He was kind of a big guy. Looks like he's got a lot of candy and some bookies reading there. But yeah, couldn't resist this one just for the title. Now here's a couple more I picked up at Walmart. This is like, there's 3 albums from Queen that I love. The first one I showed you is my favorite. This one right here is either probably third, with We Are the Champions and We Will Rock You. There's a couple other songs on here that are just great. So I had to pick this one up. It's on green vinyl, olive green vinyl. And then, of course, you got A Night at the Opera with the great songs Bohemian Rhapsody and You're My Best Friend on blue vinyl. Just fantastic, fantastic. So yeah, the Walmart has pretty much all the records on colored vinyl, and they sound great. They're 180 gram vinyl, and they just sound so crisp, so clear. If you like Queen, I'd highly recommend that you go pick that up. And then last but not least is a mono Stones pressing, Big Hits, High Tide, and Green Grass, again at Roadrunner Records in Minneapolis. I'll have to go back there again and check them out, because man, I tell you what, I think they had this price for like $25-$30, and the vinyl is just really nice. It sounds quiet when you play it, and I'd advise you, if you're in the cities, Twin Cities, in that area, check it out, because they got a lot of good record stores in the Twin Cities. And that's about it for now. I hope you enjoyed the update, and see you around. Thanks.